what I done to me. Y'all hear that? I'm not a victim of the future, not a victim of the past, not a victim of anything that really doesn't last. I'm not a victim. Y'all with me? Of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Cause what's happening now, say what is what I done to me. Woo! Woo! Yeah. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Shout it for me. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what I done to me. Woo. Take a breath. I know you don't like it. You are so innocent. You create your reality. Your thoughts are manifesting what you see. Your thoughts are manifesting what you see. Your thoughts are manifesting. That don't make anybody happy. What you see? But what's happening now is what it done to me. That's the secret of happiness, whether you know it or not. I'm not a victim of the North. I'm not a victim of the South. Not a victim of anything. So what comes out my mouth, I'm not a victim. Woo! Of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Oh, what's happening now is what I've done to me. Yeah. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what the world I see. I'm going to breathe that and let that in. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. You're not a victim. I'm not a victim. You're not a victim. I'm not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. Because what's happening now is what I've done to me. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what I've done to me. Could you give it up, Holy Spirit? Lord have mercy. That's right. There's not going to be no more juice in here than we put out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I came to realize. If I want to be happy, I got to do it for myself.
Listen to me, people, I got something to say. There's a great deceiver and he stands in our way. He's trying to sell us something that we don't want to buy. He's using love as a gift disguise. Yeah, he gets us there, kicks us, knocks us right to the ground.
I like it.
All right, I want all of you to judge me today. Just go ahead and judge. You have my permission. Judge me completely.
Too late.
Okay, what you like about me, what you don't like about me, what you like about what I said, how I look, how I dress, my personality, the way I express myself. I want you to feel totally free to judge me. All you want. Just do it good. You might even in your own mind want to throw in a few N words. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to go for it. Yeah, just really, yeah, I don't care. Your thoughts about me don't affect me. It's only the meaning I give to what you say or what you think that affects me. And I guarantee you, I'm not going to give it a meaning that makes me not feel good because I like to feel good.
I like to feel good too.
Don't you? So therefore, you're innocent, you're not guilty, you can like it, you can not like it, you can feel any way you want to, and it's okay with me. Wouldn't it be great to be around more people like that?
Yeah. Just one little catch.
One little catch all the time is I have to be it. To have it, I have to be it. If I want to have love, I got to be love. And if I want to have freedom, I've got to free you. You know? And we were talking a few weeks ago about, you know, the fact that if you really want to learn something new, the first idea that you have to have is that you don't have to believe what you're hearing. So I want to tell you, you need not believe the ideas that I'm going to share. You don't have to accept the ideas that I'm going to share. You need not welcome them. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to believe it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to welcome it. Some of it you're going to find hard to believe. You're going to say, that's hard to believe. And you're going to say, some of it's going to be startling. Some of it's going to go against all your beliefs. Everything that you think is true, it might. That's okay. But I can say to you, if you use these ideas will show you that they're true if you use it. And if you're here today, you were sent, even if it looked like you were invited and someone pulled you here against your will. You know, they weren't going to give you no loving if you didn't come to this class. It's still an accident that you're here, which means that the universe sent you. And you consented. Or you wouldn't be here because you can't be anywhere that you didn't create. You choosing everything that happens to you every moment of the day. You're not a victim of anything that happens. You're an infinitely created being that creates through your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So everything you're experiencing in your life, materially, emotionally, physically, in your relationships, your career, where you live, the car you drive, the way you look, all of it, you're creating it. It's all been created by you. You are seeing exactly what your thoughts are made of all around you. Your feelings are made of. You are totally powerful. If you don't like what you see, you're blessed because now you know what you need to look at differently. And if you don't like how you feel, say, damn, at least I can decide I don't like the way I feel right now. Because you just got to make some kind of decision. You can just say, and decide, I don't like what I feel right now. And then the Course in Miracles says, then you should follow that up with what? And so I hope that I am wrong. I don't like what I feel, so I hope I'm wrong. I don't like what I feel, so I hope I'm wrong. Now, a lot of people don't even like to turn right and wrong. That's okay. Remember what I said at the beginning. You can think however you want to think. Okay? My mind is trained already that if something is wrong, it doesn't want to do it. How about yours? So I can use the idea of wrong in a way that benefits me because spirit can use anything that I've learned in a way that can benefit me. So I don't have to spend all day trying to change the way I think. I just have to change the meaning I'm giving to what I think. So now I can use the word wrong to my advantage. I don't like how I feel, so I hope I'm wrong. And since I'm hoping I'm wrong, my mind, which is already trained not to want to be wrong, I don't know about you, but I like to be right. Right? So as soon as I say I hope I'm wrong about the thing that I'm feeling that doesn't make me feel good, then my mind automatically wants to correct that because it's already been trained not to keep things going for me that's wrong. So then I'm working with the way my mind already functions, which is easier. I hope I'm wrong when I'm afraid of you. I hope I'm wrong when I don't feel love for you. I hope I'm wrong when I see you as separate from me. I hope I'm wrong if I don't trust you and want to be open to you. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be right about being broke. You don't want to be right about thinking you can't have loving relationships that are perfect for you. You don't want to be right about that. So you hope you're wrong in the areas you're miserable in. Now it might end up you wrong everywhere, but that's okay. When you run down the list, you go, I'm wrong in every area of my life. Because I got something I'm upset about in every area. So the test of truth is, and this is going to be deep. Let me see. I'm in an area called the test of truth in the Course in Miracles.
Where is that?
It's in chapter 14. And I'm going to give you the plain language version of it.
Are we still 298?
It's going to be 290, bottom of 298 in the Course in Miracles text. Because you don't know something doesn't mean that something hasn't been done for you. That's what a surprise is. A surprise is something that's been done for you that you don't know it's been done. And you don't know it's been done until at a certain moment of knowing it. So what's already been done for you is that you're totally loved and totally helped and totally supported by everything. It's already been done for you, but it's going to look like a surprise because you didn't know it. Now, any incorrect lesson that you would teach yourself, the Creator has already corrected anything incorrect that you would teach yourself. That's what the Course said. That the love that created us is so intelligent and so powerful and so big that it's already corrected any mistake that you might make.
Oh, awesome.
Isn't that awesome? So even if you don't agree with what I say, you got to admit that's cool. Right? Right. And if your thoughts create your reality and you give yourself a thought like that and you support a thought like that, what might your physical reality become?
Awesome.
It become a beautiful thing. And so it says the reason why your mistakes have already been corrected is because none of your mistakes even exist in the mind of God.
Yes.
Wow, that's deep. Say whatever you've done in the past doesn't limit your Creator. Could you picture yourself as having done something so intense and so horrible and so bad that the Creator went, oh no, I can't help you, Earl. Man, you on your own, man. You on your own, man. I can't help you too. What you did on the last date, you done for. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can even tell you. This is your done deal, right? You know. Now, some people don't like to come to a class where someone steps up in front of them and talks. You know that? That they believe unless it's always a circle, you're treating people as unequal. You're not giving everybody an opportunity to express their point of view. That's exactly why I do it this way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Then, some people like to listen to something that's different from what they've heard before, go within and accept it or reject it and get the juice out of it for themselves. So they don't necessarily, nobody else necessarily has to know that process that you're going through to understand something. Not necessarily. It's just, I trust you enough that I can share some ideas from A Course in Miracles that you're intelligent enough and powerful enough to go within that idea and get what you need to out of that idea by checking in with your own inner guidance. Does that make sense? So these words are gifts. And when you give a gift to somebody, you have to let go of your attachment to whether or not they use it. Right? So when I shared this with you, I had to learn over the years not to become attached to whether or not the people who listened to what was coming through me heard it or did what I said. Or else I wasn't going to enjoy being a teacher. But I always hear what I say, most of it. So when I walk away, I always come away from these classes believing this more than I did before, because I am making sure that I hear it by letting it come out of me. And anything you want to become a part of you, you need to share it so that it can go through you, and then it'll start to have an impact on you. Because you talk to people and you share with people, not based on what they want to hear, but based on what you want to hear. Because they don't ever hear nothing you saying no way. I want you to hear that. I want you to hear that, really. We spend so much time trying to make sure what we're saying to somebody is clear. You can forget it. They're giving their meaning to every word that you're saying. So they're not hearing anything you're saying. They're hearing what they are saying about what you're saying. And then they use that to judge how to respond to you. It's a wonder any of us exist to talk. When you really think about that, you know we've got to be using telepathy. Words are not what we're using to communicate with each other, because all of us are giving the words our individual meanings, but we're still able to function. It's got to be some other part of our mind that we're using beyond the words that we're using. We didn't start to use words until we forgot we were one with each other. Words are what separated beings who forgot they are spiritual beings to use to try to communicate to each other while they have forgotten.
Yes.
When you remember me, you won't have to talk to me. When you remember me, you won't want to. Remember, I told you I had this being that was trying to come through me. You heard of Yoda. Well, I'm Chocolate Broder. And what I said, Chocolate Broder said just last week, let the finger be with you. Okay. Because it's imperative that you allow yourself to achieve a sense of humor so that you can be happy. That's why I was saying that you can judge, because if I'm concerned about you judging, I won't be myself. And if I'm not going to be myself, I can't be authentic. If I'm not authentic, I'm not really demonstrating what I'm teaching. So I had to go, okay, Earl, you just have to be yourself, regardless of how people look at you, and regardless of how they judge you, what they say. I'm always amazed at my reputation in some circles. Because I will joke and talk about sexuality and sensuality because it's innocent, then I get the reputation in some circles of being like a sex freak. That's what I want. That couldn't possibly be true. Be yourself and scare them away. Be yourself and scare everybody that wouldn't love you away. That's what I'm doing this year. I'm going to scare you away. Or I'm going to attract you. But I don't want any more than wishy-washy in-between people in my life if I can help it. So I'm going to be so authentically myself that they'll either go, oh, I get you, Raj, and this is cool. Or they go, hey, I can't deal with Raj. I'm out of here. I'd rather teach 10 people where I could be myself with than teach 1,000,000 people that I got to pretend to be something that I'm not so that I can please their values about what they think a spiritual teacher should look like. You're a spiritual teacher. Look how you look. That's the proof spiritual teachers come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and they chew gum. So this is an opportunity for me to be myself and encourage you to be yourself. And that's the truth. He's saying to us, there's a love that created us. He says there's a love that creates us so much that it does not even see what you've done in the past as limiting you. It doesn't see time and change the way that you see it. That which created you is correcting the way you are using time. So your healing is using time correctly. And using time correctly means to heal. And the Course in Miracles says to heal means to undo fear. So whenever you're healing, you are undoing your fear. And every time you're letting your fear go, you're healing. And it could take the form of what you would think of as a healing in your body or your situations or your mind. But healing is not medicine in the sense we traditionally look at it. The Course says healing is not scaring each other. Healing, every time we're together, we're not afraid of each other, we're healing. Right? And so it goes on to say that love corrects the way that you use time. Freedom corrects the way that you use time. God makes your use of time God's use of time. So what does that mean? It means that I'm going to use your time to allow more love to come to you. I'm going to use your time to allow more abundance to come to you. Pretend I'm God for a minute. I know it's a stretch. And I'm saying to you, I'm Black God. Let there be funk.
That's my kind of go.
Okay. I'll be serious for those who need seriousness. Y'all, I'm so glad y'all here for this class. Thank you. God takes up your time when you're using time correctly. They have more students. The little choir teachers, they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students. The teacher that twerks doesn't. But he have a hell of a lot more fun. And since I'm sustained by the love of God, I don't care how many numbers show up. It's not like I'm looking for you to take care of me. If that was true, I'd already be starving. Right? 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 You can't be free till you believe in something greater than yourself. You can't even be happy until you believe in something greater than yourself so that you can get the information and the downloads you need to make every day the kind of day you want to have. Because you get smart enough to recognize you don't even know what you want. You just hoping somebody to do it. I'm just hoping I can just meet that girl, and when she shows up, she'll be the one. You know, the sky will light up and it will say, this is the one. That's what happened when I saw my wife. I saw my wife when I was 14 years old. We went to the same high school. I remember that just as clear. The first time I saw her, this boy said to me, that's your wife. What? Whoa. And true enough, 5 years later, she was my wife. We always get information, but we don't pay any attention to it sometimes. We get it right in the beginning, and then we'll come back and put our own meaning on top of it and miss it. You're being guided every minute of the day, all day, by the part of you that can do anything. Do you know why you're not hearing it? Because you're hearing the voice you made up. You're hearing the voice you are making up all day long. Isn't that deep? Like there's another voice talking to you that can solve anything you think you're going through, give you more peace than you have, but you don't hear it because you're listening to the voice you made up. That's so deep. And so the Course is telling us that even if you're making that mistake, there's a creator in your mind that can teach you how to use your mind creatively. And so your teacher is teaching you that you are free of your past. So I want to tell you that you are free of the past, which is the same as saying you are free of the gone. Or in the South we say gone. So the past is gone. The past is gone. Okay, so I'm here to tell you that what's over is gone.
Yes. Gone.
So that means there is not anything that's gone that is actually here. So if you're not happy right now, it's because you're not here. You're unhappy because you're in the past. Or you're in the future and you're missing all this cool chocolate bowl of love that's right in front of you. You just don't even see it because you think, well, I remember a time I wouldn't even be interested in a person if they didn't look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Especially women. They had got all into those programmings about what a fine woman looks like. I was looking for it. I had a filter. Then I had a filter. So if I say something that you react to or you feel a contraction about or you feel the temptation to judge me, take a look at yourself. What is it that I say that trigger you? That's your issue. That's where you feel guilty. Don't expect me to stop talking the way I'm talking because you don't like it. If you don't like it, you're the one that needs to change your mind. Not me. That a trip? That a trip? But it's the secret of happiness. So it says God does all your accomplishments for you, and you just need to accept that. And so your Creator's accomplishments are your accomplishments, and you've also been released from everything that you've made that's not real. Do you know that anything that you've made that's not real, that's not loving, is going to automatically end one day? That you can't keep anything going that's not love? So anything that's not love eventually breaks up, dissolves, or ends? Isn't that interesting? That kind of explains my whole love life. You mean to tell me that even if I want to maintain a relationship that's not good for me, it's going to end anyway, no matter how hard I try to keep it together? Yeah, I'm sorry. If it's not loving, it's not connected. If it's not joined and in unity, it's not really love. So if there's no peace in it, then it's got to disconnect because the universe only wants love to join. Sorry, you're going to have to either become more loving or watch your relationships constantly end in an unhappy way. I'm sorry, you got to actually give them real love. I knew it was a catch. But then he says, you've also been released from everything that you made that's not real, but you cannot call on your Creator in vain. You can just choose not to know your Creator, but you can't call on your Creator in vain. He says, but your Creator will always give His gifts to you in place of the gifts of pain that you give yourself. So let me get this straight. This is a power and a love that's so great that it likes an exchange, but it's going to exchange my pain for it giving me joy. So the more I give my pain up to the part of me that loves me, the more joy I'll receive. Wow.
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, the more I'm willing to give my pain, my fear, my habits that don't bring me any joy, my guilt to my Creator, Then the Course says, then the Creator gives you the gift of love, the gift of joy, the gift of abundance. It's like going back to Target to make an exchange, but they give you a better, you come in with a, you know what I'm saying, with a little one cracked up speaker, and then they send you home with surround sound. That's the way God works. I got a little speaker that know how to work, and I want you to give me back a Bose speaker. And they give you the Bose factory.
That happens to me all the time.
Show off. Okay. It's always one of them in every class. Thank God. You need a witness. I love the fact that Susan sits on the front row all the time, besides those beautiful dresses she'll have on. So she smiles at me most of the time, except when I say something she don't like. What I like about Susan, you never have no doubt where Susan coming from. She's the worst at hiding her feelings anybody ever met. Okay. So if she's smiling, you know it's genuine. You can count. No, don't you like people like that? You know that they'll let you know what's really going on because they don't feel like the relationship is so fragile you can't be honest with each other about anything. Those are weak relationships. You have to be so scared everything you say. Okay, I want to tell this just right. Now, I don't mean no harm. Okay, now, that don't mean I want to be with you ever. That's okay. Listen, let me tell you this. Okay, don't get upset, okay? All right, can we talk about that? Let me sit down. Let me give you something to drink. Okay, I'm going to try to tell you something, okay? It may not be love. It might be you in a fearful relationship. That's somebody you're scared of that you with. Wow. So then it goes on to tell us, say, you can't call on your Creator in vain. You can just choose not to know it. But your Creator will always give His gifts to you in place of the gifts of pain you give to yourself. Your Creator is establishing the truth so firmly in your mind that nothing that you've ever done to make you feel guilty can live inside of you. I'm going to give you so much love. I'm going to establish the truth in you so firmly that nothing that you've ever done to make you feel guilty can even live inside of you. I give you so much love that you can't feel guilty. If you wanted to, you couldn't. See, I like to say stuff like that because I don't know about you, I don't even hear words and sentences like that in this world. So just to say something can give me so much love that I couldn't feel guilty even if I wanted to, that's a great thought to send out into the universe. And then another great thought is, so you're totally innocent. Didn't say you didn't make mistakes, but it says you're totally innocent. Because you now have God living inside of you, so how could you be anything but innocent if you got love living inside of you? So you have what is totally innocent living inside of you. Thank your Creator for being inside of me. I thank my Creator for being inside of me. I thank love for being inside of me. I thank freedom for being inside of me. I thank abundance for being inside of me. I thank freedom for being inside of me, and I thank you for being inside of me because you're inside of me. That's why I can see you, because I couldn't see you if you wasn't inside of me. Nothing you're looking at is outside of you. Everything you're looking at is inside of you. I'm inside of you, not outside of you. You're projecting me outside of your mind. I'm you. You're the projector. And everything you're looking at is your projection. All of it. Every ounce of everything you see is your projection. So I'm not going to project love. I'm going to project fear. So I'm here with you now so I can project love. I only make a mistake if I think your receiving it has anything to do with me being willing to give it.
One more time.
The only thing that could stop me from projecting love on you would be for me to get concerned about whether or not you're going to receive it. Or come up with a condition for you. But see, you don't have any control over that. I like y'all whether you like it or not. Woo! You know why? Because what comes through me has an effect on me, and it feels good to love you. I like the way it feels to me. Try it sometimes. Try to let come through you what you want to feel. Wow, it's deep. So, thank your Creator for working through you. Thank you, love, for being inside of me. Thank you, love, for working through me. Everything that the Creator does and accomplishes belongs to you. It's all being done for you. Every good, wonderful thing is being done for you. All wonderful, loving things are being done for you. Let me see y'all face. It's like I ain't having no damn effect at all. But love belongs to you. Thank God I can give the gift without expecting a reaction. I'd never freaking teach. But I know who you are. You don't fool me. You're God. Messing with me. You don't fool me for a minute. You're me. And I'm you. And we're pretending like we're a lot of different people because we wanted to see what it would be like to live in a reality that was unlike love. That's how we got here. What would it be like if we thought we were separate? What would it be like if we were afraid? What would it be like if we thought love came and goes? What would it be like to think you were a body you could die? What would it be like to be totally opposite from the unlimited beings that we are? Poof! Earth! You are having an experiment. You are exploring what it's like to forget who you really are and think things are being done to you. That's what's happening. You are unlimited spiritual beings. You're not your physical bodies. You have your physical bodies as a means for you to communicate because we've forgotten we're one, so we need bodies to talk to each other. But the purpose of the body is communication. It's to join minds. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm using this body to join minds with you. That's the purpose of the body. That's what keeps it healthy. To use it to join in love. You use it for any other reason, it tends to have challenges. I'm telling you. So, I'm not going to act like I'm fooled by the game that you all playing and thinking that you just human beings out here just trying to make it. Come on, get off it. It's time to let that go. I know your daddy dropped you on the head when you were 3 years old, so you haven't been able to have a relationship since. But you got to let it go now. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. And stop getting cohorts to help you believe that you don't deserve what you want by getting in relationships with people who give you a hard time and don't appreciate you and don't love you and don't acknowledge you. Stop trying to keep that old forgetful how cool you are out of your life by joining with people that don't never say nothing you want to hear. Because you deserve to be loved. You're priceless. You're priceless. That was right up there with the other things.
Really? Now you're getting there.
That's all right. That's my favorite words to hear. I know you're me, and I'm going to give what I want to receive to me. And you're giving me an opportunity to practice it all the time, and I'm giving you the same opportunity. So we could change our minds today and have a new reality tonight. Your soulmate's being hatched right now. They don't show up until you don't need them. That's the only catch. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're a little needy something, your soulmate go, oh, hell no. That's all I need. Your soulmate's ready for wholeness like themselves. Two whole beings that are overflowing with love. You know, I'm so overflowing with love that it's going off the side of the glass. And then everybody gets a chance to have all the overflow. Then I'm totally full, and I'm also filling up others. So you want overflowing love. You want overflowing joy. You want overflowing peace. then you're full all the time and you're sharing with everybody else. Woo! Don't be that little empty glass that don't have a bottom to it. You ever been with somebody like that? You be in a relationship, you just can't do enough. No matter what you do, it's never enough. You can never get them to feel secure enough or happy enough. They got that hole inside of them. They have a hole in them. They don't know that they're complete. And so I'm witnessing back to you that there's no hole in you. You're complete. You're complete. That's what perfect means, by the way. It means complete.
Thank you.
That's what perfection is, completion. Nobody's going to recall you. All right? So the chorus then goes on to say that for every expression of happiness that you are willing to let come through you, happiness is going to be given to you. So every time you're willing to be happy and to let some happiness come through you, you're given more to give. So that means the happier you are, 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 the happier you are. Because every time you let some love come through you, then more love is given you. See, I don't hear stuff like this every day. We all learn the same in our Creator. We all learn the same in love. God is teaching you through God's teachers only one thing, that you are joined. The only thing that we are learning is that we are joined. Wow. 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 And quietly listen. That was the other message I got. Quietly listen. What does that mean? This is deep. Listening means that you're not opposing. If I'm listening to my Creator, if I'm listening to love, I'm not opposing it. So listening to it is not opposing it. So if I'm not opposing it, I'm hearing it. So you're not opposing the truth. As you listen to your Creator, your feelings of being divided disappears. So the more you listen to your source, the less separate you'll feel from everybody else around you. See, instructions. Teach exactly what God is teaching you right here in the environment you're in right now. Teach exactly what the truth is teaching you right here, and you will remember that you've always created the way that God creates. So what does that mean? It means when I'm standing up in front of you, I'm trying to actually practice what I'm hearing in my present physical environment with you right now. I'm telling you what I want to hear right now. I'm telling you the truth right now. I'm accepting you for who you are right now. I'm letting you be right now. So I'm actually taking right now to give what I want to receive so that my physical environment can transform into something I love every day. I'm doing what it takes to have what I'm asking for. And you all have the same power. Right now. So I have no sympathy for any of you. Not a tap. Because I know that you're not a victim of whatever it is you think you're going through, and you're incredibly powerful. And I know that if you're staying unhappy for any reason, I know you're doing it because you want to. And out of my love for you, I'm going to let you be in it as long as you think you need to be in it, until you decide to get out of it. And then when you decide to get out of it for real, all the help you need to help you get out of it will be given to you by the universe.
Yes.
So it's okay. That's why I have no sympathy for you. Compassion? Yes. Love, appreciation? Yes. Sympathy based on the fact that you may stay the way that you are because you don't want to use any of the information available to you to change? No, I have no, absolute no. Nope. Because I know this is a choice that you're making, and you're an unlimited being, and you have a right to make a decision. And you have a right to stay exactly like you are as long as you want to. As a matter of fact, love loves you so much it lets you stay just like you are. It's the people who don't love you that's trying to change you. People that love you are not trying to change you. The people that are afraid of you and afraid of their own lives and trying to be controlling, they're telling you all the time you need to be different in order for them to be happy. That's not saying that people shouldn't tell you what they prefer. But it is saying anybody that believes their happiness depends on your behavior is fooling themselves about where their happiness comes from, and they're going to be unhappy a lot. Because your happiness isn't coming from nobody you know, and it's not coming from anybody you know acting the way you want them to. And one thing you can count on, they're never going to act the way you want them to all the time. So if you set it up where everybody's got to act the way you want them to all the time, you're going to be disappointed a whole lot, and you're going to have a lot of grievances. You're going to be mad at people, blocking all your good, and nobody can stand you. You be going, how come nobody's calling me? Well, because they want to have a good time. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. People look at me like I'm saying strange stuff. You know when you're getting ready to go out and you go through your mind as to who you want to be with, you know you pick the person you think you're going to enjoy being with. You don't go, I think I'll find the most depressed friend I got and see if we can go do something tonight. Not unless you think you're trying to answer a call for love for somebody you know, that you care about, that you want them to wake up to who they are. That's cool. But it's not the same as wanting to be with people that inspire you and turn you on. That's what you call it. They turn me on. They turn me on. Why? Because they're doing the very thing I value. Whatever that is, they're doing it and they're a source of it. And that's why I really am into them. Why? Because they fit perfectly with the agenda that I have for my pleasure. This is too real, isn't it? Y'all know the truth. That's why everybody sitting there is like, what? Yeah, I make up what I think is going to make me happy, and then I try to get people to do it, and if they don't, I act mad, and then I try to make them change so that they can make me happy. If they don't do it, and I say they don't really love me, and I try to make them feel so guilty that they do it. I do. I know you don't know anything about that. You don't have never done that in your entire life. Have you ever tried to use guilt as a way to get somebody to do something? No. Never. You've never used anger to get your way, have you? That's why you're just listening to me like, wow, there are people like that. I would never believe that there were actually people who use conditional love on people. My God. Oh, goodness. And you get so mad because when you're with somebody that's conscious and waking up and realize who they are and they don't feel guilty, you can't manipulate them. It's disgusting. They'll look at you like you're crazy when you try to use guilt to get them to do something that they know in their heart that's not what works for them to do. Oh, really? Wow, you're screaming even louder. That makes me know I shouldn't do it even more. Because if I give in to what you're asking me to do because you're yelling and screaming at me and threatening me, I would just be convincing you to treat me that way. It's the way you get from what you want from me, and you just keep doing it. Oh, I do. Like somebody try to use guilt trip and anger to get me to do something. I'm just, even if what they want me to do is something I do, just in principle, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna teach you that mistreating me is how you get what you want. Woo! That's good news unless you're right now trying to do that to somebody. It's great on the receiving end. You're right. I don't want nobody to do that to me. But then if you know you just did it before you came here, you kind of go. Because you know right now there's somebody that you freaking out on because they're not doing what you want them to do. Like, you're talking about me. I'm talking about all of us. We all have a part of us that sometimes forgets to love. They won't because it's scared. Scared. That's all. That's all. You're just scared. That's it. That's it. No big deal. You're just scared. Yeah, you innocent. Maybe you grew up in a situation that made you feel like love was frightening and punishing and painful. Of course you're scared to open up. Yeah, of course you are. Yeah. Anything you create with love never stops because it's immortal. That's what you're telling me. I am give you an immortal love. That means it's permanent. When it's real, it's permanent. And so it's God's will that you be permanent. That you never die. To learn anything and to learn everything, the first thing you have to remember is that you don't know anything. To learn everything, you have to remember you don't know anything. To learn anything, you have to remember that you don't know anything to learn anything. Wow. And when you remember that you don't know anything, you will become willing to learn everything. When you recognize that you don't know anything, you will become willing to learn everything. And then you will learn everything. I don't know anything, so now I'm willing to learn everything, so now I will learn everything. Because I'm willing to recognize I don't know anything. So now I'm ready to learn everything, and I will learn it. If I think I don't have enough money to live off of, even though it's God that's sustaining me, then I need to go, I do not know anything about money. And if $5 seems like it's a lot of money to you, you don't know anything about money. Because there's fear of lack. So it says, then if you go, I don't know anything about it, then you become willing to learn everything about it because your mind is open, and then you will learn everything about abundance, even as it shows up in the form of money. If you want a relationship and it seems to be eluding you, then admit to yourself you don't know anything about relationships. So the universe can teach you exactly how to have what you want. If you just walked out of here tonight with just that one idea, this class would have been worth it today. Wherever you think you're lacking and afraid, that's where you don't really know what's going on. And you need to admit to yourself you don't know what's going on so that you can be taught how to have what you're wanting. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. See, I could talk about stuff like this all the time. I'm going to do an advanced mind training workshop.
Yay!
When?
What is the second Saturday in February?
The 13th.
That's the 13th. Okay. And then the first one. Okay. So I'm gonna do it February, the first Saturday in. I'm gonna do it the first Saturday in February, and it's going to be, and it's going to be a work. See, I've been studying the course 35 years, and there's some stuff I can't share in the class because if you haven't studied it at all, it won't make any sense to you. It just probably create a lot of resistance and don't serve any useful purpose. But I'm dying to go deeper, so. Those who out there who are studying it, who are interested in it, who are investing time, if you want to go deep and how to apply this to every area and the deepest parts of the course, that's what I'm doing this for. And so it's not for everybody. It's not for somebody that has no familiarity with the Course in Miracles whatsoever, or doesn't study it whatsoever. It's for people who have been studying it and they want to go deeper with me and take advantage of how long I've been working with it and loving it. But it's not a put down. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to communicate at a level that people have some idea what the heck you're talking about. Then you can go deeper than that. So it might be two people. I don't even care. But it's going to be a limited number so that we can have an more intimate connection with each other. So the financial investment is going to be 10 to 5. The financial investment is $100. And it's worth it. A lot more. So if people want to do it, that won't be a problem. That's the way it is. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We all know that. We all know we always come up with money for what we really want to do. That's the way we are. And so that's okay, because then whoever comes will be sent, and whoever not, that's innocent too. So I'm gonna put this up here, I'm not going to pass it around, because if somebody's really interested, they'll be interested enough to come up after class and sign up for it. So, and if you go ahead and share for it, then you know you're assured of a space in it. So this is going to be a year for me that I want to give like I've never given before, at a level I've never given before, or even attempted to give before. And I can't do it unless I have people who are equally interested in receiving as I am in giving. That's why I say I don't care about the number. I'd rather do all day with 2 people that's into me and the material. And I said both of them. It needs to be both of them. Whenever you have a teacher of any kind, you need to be appreciating them and have their personality and who they are resonates for you. And the material is something that both of you are both interested in and really devoted to and studying it. Because then you don't have a resistance of distrust. So if you're not sitting up and teaching a bunch of people who are suspicious of everything you're saying and suspicious of you, there's a level of truth and love that comes through that saves you light years of time in your spiritual awakening. Because everybody in the room loves each other. It's not everybody in the room suspicious. What's he up to? What's his point? What is he trying to? He's trying to get my money. You know, it's like those are not the people that I want to teach. I don't want to teach people that don't trust me or want to trust me, right? So this is going to be ecstasy for me, because then I can be as outrageous as I ever wanted to be, any kind of way I ever wanted to be, and feel safe. So I'm going to have a good time. Yeah, I talk about some deep stuff, crack this book. So it's going to be up here after class. If you're interested, then by all means sign up for it. And let's see, is that 3 weeks? Is that three?
I think so.
Earl, what date are you talking about, though? Do you know the date?
We're talking about the 6th of February, the first Saturday in February. That would be the easiest way thing for you to remember. Okay? I want to love you more. I want to give more. I got to give more. And I can't give to someone who's not ready to receive. So I need to give to people who want to receive. I want some receivers. I need receivers, someone I can give to, people I can give to. I really would like to give. Would you really like to receive? The Course in Miracles talks about it all the time, how the Creator always wants to give to us, but it looks like we're not receiving because we don't know how to receive. So it's incomplete giving. It says the Creator doesn't want to give incompletely. And so we have to be at some level open to receiving. But if I'm always suspicious and I'm always afraid and I'm always distrustful and I always think somebody's got an agenda and they're trying to get something from me, I'm not a good receiver. So all the wonderful things I could be receiving, all the knowledge and the help and the love I could be receiving, then I don't let in through my suspicion and my fear, which is like a shield, a block before the miracle that could free you and give you everything you want. And if you're afraid to open your heart because you think you might get hurt, so what? So what? You got hurt. You'll get over it. Don't use that as an excuse not to let yourself experience loving somebody because you might get hurt. Get hurt. Be vulnerable. You're so strong, it's not going to hurt you. You're going to get over it. Everything's going to be all right. You can kind of tell when the person is kind of over you in a relationship because they'll say something like, you know, if we broke up, I think I'd be okay. Somebody say that, you need to be aware. It's a message might be coming. So would you acknowledge yourself for hearing another episode of the Black Man Rant? Yes. So we're going to do the financial expression of appreciation right quick. And then Paris is going to come up and sing a song. Yay! I just love the name Paris. You know, just the name Paris is cool, you know? I am sustained by the love of God. Those of you online, if you'd like to also share a financial expression of appreciation, go to earlpurdy.com. earlpurdy.com. I'm a full-time teacher. I don't charge a set fee for my classes. Have you noticed? That's because I want what I do to be available to people regardless of their financial circumstances. I don't charge because I want my classes to be available to everyone regardless of their financial circumstances. but I don't feel that way about workshops.
You're allowed.
But I'll tell you why. I found least support of workshops in the early part of my teaching career when I did them for free. People don't tend to appreciate things that are given to them freely, even when they always claim they want them. That's been my experience. Whatever people invest in, they always tend to show up and be there. I've never had a session that somebody prepaid for that they didn't show up. Not one time, but I can't tell you how many sessions that people booked and then didn't keep the appointment because they had no investment. It was just my time, not theirs. So that was my opportunity to forgive. So what I'm saying to you is the financial expression of appreciation for the workshop is also symbolic of your investment in yourself and that you see something that's valuable. It is. It's deep. That's what we call living it, trying to use the idea. So, boop, 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 Paris! Yay! Those who want one-on-one sessions with me, go to my website. I do one-on-one sessions called Clarity Sessions. And this is Paris. And Paris is yourself. So could we give it to Paris before she gets started like she's giving it to our friend? By the way, I'm not fussing. I'm just loving.
So it's really interesting that we began this class with "I'm not a victim of the world I see" because I got a little tune for us. So you can close your eyes, you can keep them open. If you feel inspired to sing along with me, please do. I am not a victim of the world I see, and I take responsibility. I am not a victim of the world I see, and I choose to see clearly. I have invented this world I see, and I choose to feel free, yeah. I have invented this world I see, and I choose to feel peace. As these words leave my parted lips, they enter back through my heart and my hips. They circle around and swoop through the ground and enter through the holy highest. We are the holy highest. I am not a victim of this world I see, and I choose to feel free, yeah. I am not a victim of this world I see, and I choose to feel so free. Love is the strength in which I trust. There's nothing to fear, this is not lust. It's an eternal love, it comes from above and all directions. It comes from deep within me. I have invented this world I see, and I choose to feel so free. And I have invented this world I see, and I choose to see clearly. I choose to see so clear, yeah. I have invented and I have explored. It is this love that opens the door. There is no doubt, for this I know. We are in the heart of perfect peace. We live in perfect peace. Cha 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 cha.
I'm not a victim of the world I see. 7 o'clock and Tuesday, we are going to do the way of miracles. We are entitled to 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 miracles. May you have all we want to do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends too. Love is me, love is you. This is what we want to do. All I want to do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends too. Love is me, love is you. This is what we want to do. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? You are juicy and sweet and so damn neat. Love is what you are all day and all night. Don't accept anything less than love. Don't accept anything less than love. You have to give what you want to receive. Right now, you got to carry on. Say, we got to carry on. What? All I want to do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends too. Love is me, love is you. This is what we want to do. What? All I want to do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends too. Love is me, love is you. This is what we want to do. You are so funky that God is glad you were born. You are more powerful than you can imagine. All the time. Do you know that? You gotta carry on. Say what? You got to carry on, no matter what. Love is me, love is you. Get up. Let's get up. All I wanna do is rock with you. Shout. Watch the camera right there, buddy. Love is me, love is you. This is what we can tell somebody. All I wanna do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends to say, love is me, love is you. This is what we wanna do. What? All I wanna do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends to. Love is me, love is you. What? This is now get funkin' with it. Go. All I wanna do is rock with you. Shout it out, tell your friends to. Love is me, love is you. This is what we want to do. All right, Holy Spirit. Woo! 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 I love you, and hugs are available.